So you're no longer a brand new player in the Forge in Roblox, and you're looking for an advanced tip and trick guide to figure out how to go from a beginner into the end game. If that's the case, this is the video for you. And if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button, become part of the first 300k OGs on the channel, and let's get into the video. We will briefly go over the beginning part of the game in like 2 minutes, not even, and then we're going to start talking about the advanced tips, the ways you want to take your game from the beginning into the end game, because that's where I am right now, and I have found some amazing places to farm, I have found some amazing ways to make money, and I have found some amazing tips and tricks that you're going to enjoy. Your goal in the beginning section is very simple. Do the tutorial all the way to the end. When you get your portal, the portal lets you go to the end game area. The tutorial will get you up to the iron pickaxe. I suggest you buy the gold pickaxe, skip the platinum, and save up 10,000 coins. You're going to do that by mining and forging and making weapons and armor and killing enemies, and once you get to 10,000 coins and level 10, you can go to the new zone. Just bust open the teleporter that you got from the wizard at the end of the tutorial quest line, and boom, you can now go into the end game. And this is where the video really begins. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to come over here and spend those 10,000 coins I told you to save up and grab the cobalt pickaxe. It is a massive upgrade. And from here, it's time to make money really quickly. I didn't know this quest existed, so I'm going to do it right now with you. It's a monkey quest. The monkey wants a little something. Come to the dock right here and then head to that island over there. Don't worry, you're not going to drown. There's no drowning in the game. This is the monkey over here, and he wants 30 bananite ore. Where do you get bananite ore? From the World 1 area, not the small stones, the regular sized rocks or above. And they're relatively rare, 1 in 30, and once you acquire 30 of them, you can come back here and he'll give you 20,000 coins. That is a massive boost for what's about to come next. Now, your next goal is going to be to acquire the uranium pickaxe at $37,500. And there's a couple tips to do this a little bit easier. One, you can use a race like a goblin to decrease the costs by 12 or 13%. It is a fantastic race to have in your back pocket. For example, I have the dwarf here in my back pocket as well as the goblin for when I want to buy a new pickaxe. So since you've completed the monkey quest, you're already well on your way to the uranium pickaxe, and let's talk about how to make a bit more money to get to that next step. One of the best things you can make in this game for making money are heavy things such as heavy armor or heavy weapons, and I believe heavy weapons require less ore than heavy armor. It is exactly 30 ore to get your first chance at a colossal sword at 49%. However, it is 33 ore to get your first shot at a heavy chest plate at 47%, and both the heavy chest plate and the heavy sword, the biggest sword, are worth the same amount of money. Let me emphasize that. The weapon and the armor, the heaviest ones you can make, are worth the same amount of money base, but the armor requires 3 more ore than the weapon. I suggest making the heavier weapon. So one thing I like to do when I'm farming in this level 2 area is I usually get a whole bunch of green materials and a fair chunk of blue rare materials. And I'll start with the rare ones and then add in the green ones as filler. For example, since I know that I need 30 ore, I'll start with 11 rares and then I can do like 10 and 9 of green ones. Come over here, grab 11 amethysts, I'll toss those in there, and then we'll go and grab some green ones. I'll grab some of the lapis lazuli, and then I'll grab some of the cobalts. And boom, just like that, I'm going to be making a rare two-handed weapon, only using 11 rare materials and then a whole bunch of green filler. One thing you need to remember, if you want to make a rare weapon, have your rare material be the majority of the ingredients. You notice that the rare is 11 and my 2 greens are 10 and less. Now we have a 50-50 shot at a great sword and then a smaller 45% chance at a great axe. Both are good. The great sword does sell for more, but the axe sells quite well as well. Let's slap the forge and see what we get. Looks like we're getting a great sword. We are getting a great sword. Now the great sword is annoying when it comes to the little mini game because the weapon is so large. You're clicking all over the place trying to finish the craft as efficiently as you can. I had to stop talking there for a bit to focus up and finish it. Here, look how much money this is going to give you. Great sword, great, not even a masterwork, is giving me more than $1,000, $1,600. So crafting heavy weapons for sale is the best way to make money when you're not completing quests and things like that. Now, when it comes to armoring yourself so that you can go deeper and deeper into this game, the most important thing to remember is that you want to make heavy armor. So far, there is no benefit to making medium or light armor. So let's go and take a look at what that looks like. Come to the forge and go ahead and try and craft something. When you switch into armor, you're going to notice you're going to need a lot of materials to get to the heavy stuff. Let me just use all this cobalt I got lying around. As soon as I keep clicking it, the first chance I get at a heavy helmet is already 24 pieces of ore in. Now, 25 ore is the best percentage for your heavy helmet. 30 ore is the best percentage for your heavy leggings. And then your heavy chest plate starts at 33 ore, and it goes up a good chunk, goes up to 60% at 35 ore. That's a nice jump. 64% at 36 ore, 68% at 37 ore, 71%. You notice it goes from a 4 jump to a 3% jump. Now a 2% drop at 39 ore, and that drops to a 1% jump at 42 ore. So once you get up to that 41, 42 ore range, your return on investment starts to decrease drastically. We talked about the monkey quest. We talked about making really heavy weapons for sale for money. We talked about how to make heavy armor and the best number of ore to do so. Let's move on to the next topic. All of this money is to try and get better and better pickaxes to access further parts of the game. We talked about the uranium pickaxe, but there's an important choice you're going to have to make, and it's a choice that I'm making right now as we speak. I'm at $82,000. The mithril pickaxe sitting right there in front of my face is $67,000. I can buy it, but there's a catch. That mithril pickaxe will allow me access to a whole new zone by allowing me to mine a brand new rock called a vein. I am not able to mine veins. My current pickaxe is not strong enough, but there's a better pickaxe just around the corner, and I'm debating between getting the mithril pickaxe now to access the veins now, or wait for the best pickaxe in the game that is double the price. Now, this is a choice you're gonna have to make yourself as well. Do you simply grind with your more basic pickaxe? I think I'm still sitting on a titanium pickaxe, for example. Or do you get that mithril one and start mining the veins? Or do you wait? Let's go back to World 1, and I'll show you the best pickaxe in the game and how to access it. The best pickaxe in the game is hidden under lock and key. You must finish a quest to acquire it. Come on over here to the bard who is hanging out by the fire. I've already completed the quest. I'm gonna show you how very quickly. Talk to the bard, accept the quest. He's missing his guitar. You're going to run into the mine, and the guitar is actually in a hidden area not deep into the mine. Right here, where your quest givers are, hang a left. You see all these moss? You see these plants coming out of the rock? Why are there plants coming out of the rock? Well, when you walk into it, as you can see, if I can just find the right way in and down, boom, there's an undead skeleton here, and the guitar is leaning up here against the wall. After that, you can leave, go back to the bard, and he will give you a key as a thank you. Where do you take the key? Well, right now, this is the front entrance of the mine. You come down to the mine, there's your quest givers. Go take a right. Take a right and follow this around, follow it towards the back here, and you're gonna see what would be a gate right here. Boom, drop down a portcullis with a lock. Click the lock, you already have the key. The portcullis opens, and around the corner is the best pickaxe in the game, the arcane pickaxe. So you have a choice to make. Do you get the mithril pickaxe at half the cost, or realize you're already halfway there to the best pickaxe in the game? Why not just grind some more? And personally, I'm choosing the why not grind some more option. I am at 82,000 coins. Once I'm at 125,000 coins, I can acquire this, and it's so good because it has great stats, it has a great luck boost, but most importantly, it has 3 rune slots, allowing you to power it up even further. Now, you're probably wondering the best places as an intermediate to farm rocks. Oh, there is an area in this area 2 mine that is just fantastic for mining. Throw on your music, mine to your heart's content is fantastic. Let's show you where it is. 1, 2, go over here. Come on, hit that cannon. Let's go up to the mine, and I'll show you where in the mine you want to go. You're going down. You're going down in the mine. Enter the mine straight up and go straight through. Don't go up to the right where it says danger. Ignore that. We'll talk about that later. Head on straight through and go down this little bit of a slope. And once you see this slope, you can go left. There's 2 ways to go, straight or down. We're going down further. We're going down, we're going down, we're going down. Let me just deal with this lovely giant skeleton guy here. We'll get him out of the way. And I'll show you the space you want to be grinding in right now. So there are little stretches. There's 2 stretches of great spots to grind. On your right, small hallway, tight space, lots of tight rocks. On your left, other chances of very tightly packed rocks. But let's go to the right, down this hallway. We came down the slope. We're going to turn right down this hallway. There's multiple spots here where ore is tightly packed. Let me switch to my dwarf quick. The dwarf is fantastic for mining. Take a look at this. There's a triple right here. You can just stand in the middle, smack all 3 rocks. Sometimes they're the smaller rocks, sometimes they're the bigger rocks, sometimes they're the massive rocks that require the mithril pickaxe or above, hence the decision about whether you do the mithril pickaxe or not. But all in this space are tight rocks. Look at all these tight rocks, and there's an example of a vein that I can't acquire or access until I get the better pickaxe. So what you want to do is try and smack as many rocks as you can. There's sections where you can smack 3 rocks, there's sections where you can smack 2 rocks, and this is a great tight space where enemies don't really spawn, and you can sit here and mine to your heart's content until you are full up on resources like I was coming into this video. Right here, a triple rock spawns, and as you can see, right here, another triple rock spawns. And if you can smack 3 rocks at once, it just saves time and lets you mine even faster. If you're lazy like me, you don't feel like running out of this cave, what you can do, summon your portal, and what is annoying is once you summon your portal, you can't take the portal back to World 2. It says locked because you're already in the world. So what I do is I go to World 1 and then go back to World 2, and it saves me from running all the way back out of the mine. Now let's talk about some crafting things you might want to do in preparation to go into endgame, and then I'm going to show you how to access the endgame area. Now, I'm about to flashbang you with a bright white screen, and I apologize for that. This is your warning in advance. Let me pull up for you a lovely spreadsheet. And this spreadsheet is going to show you all of the amazing endgame weapons and endgame armor and how to craft them and the best materials to use. Come over here. If you want to make katanas, I'll have a link to the spreadsheet in the description down below. Shout out to Niposi for creating this spreadsheet. It shows you, for example, if you want to craft a katana, it gives you options for the best in-slot katana and the materials you want to use to craft it. Or endgame katanas or mid to late game katanas. For example, right now for you, I'm going to attempt to craft some of these mid to late game katanas with legendary materials. I've never done this before. I'm going to try it here with you live. And this chart can be used for katanas, gauntlets, colossal weapons, and then armor sets. The amount of materials you're going to need for the armor sets and the kind of stats and buffs that they provide. This is a great resource. I'll have a link in the description down below. Let me go and try and craft one of these katana. And for me, it's either going to be the 12 Ior one or the 6 Ior 6 Rivelite one. I haven't decided yet. Now the dwarf does give you a bonus for forging, so I'm actually going to keep him equipped and not switch to my demon here while I craft this legendary katana, which is very nerve-wracking. So I do have the Ior, but do I have the Rivelite? I have Cuprite and Emerald and Ite. I do not have the Rivelite, so I might need to craft the 12 Ior, 12 legendary piece katana. That's terrifying. This is a lot of legendary materials, which just fell out and they're rolling over the floor. 12. Now, I have a 72% chance of acquiring the katana and a 22% chance of doing gauntlets and a small 3% chance of doing a great sword and below. That is the one downside of this crafting thing going on, is that I'm about to use 20 legendary materials and the katana isn't even guaranteed. 4 times multiplier. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna regret this. I'll try and talk to you while I do this, but I really need to focus. I have to get this masterwork. This has to be masterwork. It's gauntlets. Oh well, let's do it. I don't have a choice. I got my gauntlets. 12 legendary gauntlets. Careful. Focus up. Lots of perfects. Love it. If we're gonna do this, okay, I made masterwork legendary gauntlets. I've never fought with gauntlets before. They're still quite good in the game. I would have preferred a katana, but it is what it is. Masterwork legendary 60 damage. Oh, that's nice. My katana, even enhanced, an epic katana, has 42 damage. This bad boy has 60 damage. Lethality. You notice how it has legendary materials from the eyes. Increased physical damage 50%. Oh. Now, enhancing is something you can do in the intermediate game. When I craft really good things, I do a little bit of enhancing, but not a lot of enhancing. Come take a look. When I do enhancing, I can do the first 3 no problem based off the materials I require from the regular mobs. But I find that I don't have the materials for anything past level 3 enhancing. I think those require end game mobs to do. We're going to go over here and enhance our new Ior gauntlets. You notice, as a 100% chance to succeed, I can do this no problem. I can enhance it once for $113, enhance it twice for $263, enhance it a third time for $350. But now we start needing epic crafting materials. And obviously, I'm going to see if I have the materials necessary. Insufficient materials. I don't have epic materials. I believe you require those for the more difficult mobs towards endgame. We'll talk about that very shortly. Go across the road to the rune maker. You can get runes from killing mobs in the game. Like those bomb dudes, they drop runes like crazy. Now, all I have are these blast chips that give you more lethality. I wonder if the lethality stack and explosion. Ooh, hold on. I already have lethality. Would lethality stack, or do I get critical damage? Increase critical damage. I'm going to attempt to allow lethality to stack. Let's see if it can stack. Yep, lethality can stack. Extra physical damage by 28%. Ho, 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 ho. That is how you craft and enhance and do runes in the intermediate advanced stages of the game. Now let me show you where the end game area is and how to farm it and how to get to it. I'm gonna switch to my demon and we're gonna take the cannon back up to the mine. Now you remember how I showed you the best farming area going down and below? Now I'm gonna show you how to go to the next stage, the end game, which is up the ramp to the right. Let me just punch this guy quickly with my fists. Oh yeah, these fists. Oh, okay. This is so much better than I was using before. I just one-shot that thing. Here's the ramp. We go up the ramp, go around this post and this pillar, and we're going to turn to the right here. You see that NPC chilling there? The NPC is your sign you're in the right spot. Right here. This guy is currently AFKing, farming these basalt veins. The veins that I currently can't farm until I get the next pickaxe. You see, he didn't get the best pickaxe. He got the mythical pickaxe because he wanted to farm this AFK. It's actually an overnight AFK method of farming. You're safe here. Mobs can't get you. But down below, if this guy can hurry up and just destroy this vein. Sir, I need down. I need your help, please. I'm going to let this guy let me down into the basement. I call it the basement. This is the end game farming area. The mobs down here are very strong, and the ores down here are very good. I've never attempted to fight a mob down here. But this is where you find the elite guys. I need these guys for my quests, actually. So down here, you have volcanic rock. You have all sorts of blazing slimes and stuff. Let me see if I can actually kill these guys. Oh, that Reaper hurts like crazy. As you can see, that is the end game, and that is a future video. Once I get to end game and can farm it efficiently, I'll make that video for you guys. Hopefully you found this video useful. Hopefully I can guide you from the beginning to the end game in this game. If I did, go ahead and hit subscribe as a thank you. Become part of the first 300k OGs on the channel. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.